What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is going to be Monday the 27th of January. We have confirmed us to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box. A current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time will be a new transfer update. And finally, in the comment section below, what team has surprised you the most so far this season? Right then, let's jump into things, and it will be a much shorter episode today because going through the news and whatnot, there isn't really too much to cover. But first up, Argentina midfielder Banega will leave Sevilla at the end of the season and he'll join Saudi Arabian side Al Shabab. He's set to sign a 3-year contract and I believe it's a free transfer. Former Arsenal, Manchester United and Dutch striker Robin van Persie, who's now 36, he revealed that Vincent Kompany asked him to come out of retirement and join him at Anderlecht, and that story is from HLN. Jean-Kevin Augustin will undergo a medical with Leeds today, that's according to Mohamed Bouhafsi and RMC. Everton were offered the chance to sign the striker from Leipzig this month, and they turned down the offer instead. Daniel Pedence's move from Olympiacos to Wolves could be nearing completion, with Ojogo claiming he's already undergone a medical. The forward is expected to sign a 4.5-year deal at Molineux, and it would be an initial fee of around 23 million euros. And next up we have got a story about Jesse Rodriguez, who's a player that a few years ago was deemed to have a lot of potential, and that was when he was coming through the ranks of Real Madrid. Then he made the move to Paris Saint-Germain back in 2016, and since then his career it's gone very quickly off track. And this story pretty much backs it up, because Bola are saying that right now obviously he's on loan to Sporting in Portugal, but they've actually requested to his current side or owners PSG to cancel the loan early, and the Ligue 1 leaders have declined that. My guess is that Sporting are currently paying a fair amount of his wages and they want to get that off the books, and for a player that's not really contributing too much, they want to send him elsewhere. And a short one from Sky Italia is that Roma have agreed to sign Barcelona's Carlos Perez on loan, and it also includes an obligation to buy for 13 million euros. Calcio Mercato report that 3 Premier League clubs, including Tottenham, Crystal Palace and Newcastle, they've all been told by Milan that striker Christoph Piontek will not be available for loan, and he's only available for a permanent transfer. The Rossoneri have put a €30 million price tag on his head, and for a player that had such a promising start this time last year, it's gone very downhill for him. Monaco ready to make a move for Argentina international Marcus Acuna before the end of the transfer window, and again the source is Bola. The Ligue 1 side are looking to strengthen the left side of their pitch, and they're ready to swoop for the 28-year-old. He was linked to Inter Milan at the very start of the transfer window, but for those rumours they disappeared. And speaking of Inter, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, they're saying Matheus Vecino will leave Inter Milan for Everton. That's once the Serie A side tie up the deal for Chelsea's Olivier Giroud. He'll join the Toffees for around 20 million euros, and he'll sign a 4.5-year contract at Goodison Park. I know obviously Vecino is not the same position as Olivier Giroud, but I'm pretty sure it's just referencing their transfer budget. And speaking of that Giroud story from Gazzetta dello Sport again, they say he's agreed personal terms for a second time with Inter, that's ahead of a €5 million switch from Chelsea, and it could rise to a further 6.5 million with bonuses. The transfer looked to be off because of the transfer of Politano to Napoli, but mainly because Fernando Llorente is supposed to be going the opposite direction. But now the Spaniard is staying with Napoli, and Giroud looks likely to go to the San Siro yet again. AS Roma and Real Sociedad are in talks over Adnan Januzaj, and this story is from HLN Sport. Sociedad want at least 18 million euros for the transfer, and it's thought to be a loan with the obligation to buy, and 30% of the overall transfer fee does go to Manchester United. Liverpool are leading Barcelona and Real Madrid in the transfer race for Benfica wonderkid Rafael Brito, it's according to the Sunday Mirror. The 18-year-old midfielder recently signed a new contract including a €45 million release clause. The Express have come out with a pretty big story saying that Tottenham are working on a permanent deal that would see Wales forward Gareth Bale return to the club from Real Madrid. They're looking to get it completed before the end of the transfer window, though his wages could be a bit of a stumbling block. His agent did come out the other day and suggest that a loan deal for Gareth Bale, like leaving Real Madrid, it makes no sense whatsoever. So a permanent transfer would have to be the case. How much it costs, I'm not too sure, but the rumours the other day was that Spurs are willing to pay only 30 million euros. Edinson Cavani has verbally agreed to join Atletico Madrid before the end of the January transfer window, with Chelsea and Manchester United set to miss out on the PSG forward. This story is from goal.com, but they do also mention that Atletico's final offer that will be made today on Monday. But if that is rejected, it does open the door yet again for Chelsea and United to make another move, but his heart is kind of set on a move to Spain at this point. And Foot Mercato in France are saying that Aubameyang could be targeted by Paris Saint-Germain as a replacement for Edinson Cavani. Obviously, it'd be a very expensive one, and he has been linked to Barcelona for most of the transfer window. And speaking of Barcelona, according to Foot Mercato yet again, they're saying that Barca have had an €18 million offer for Ben Yedder rejected by Ligue 1 side Monaco. That's 8-0 by the way, not 18. The 29-year-old Frenchman has apparently emerged as a potential replacement for Luis Suarez, who could be out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Barca are claimed to have met with Monaco representatives but had their opening offer turned down. And so far, Ben Yedder has been in fine form for his new club with 14 goals in 18 Ligue 1 games this season. I know he's a very important player to them, and because of that they don't want to lose him. But if there is a genuine offer there of 18 million euros for a 29-year-old striker, which I'm pretty sure they paid 40 million for or around that mark in the summer transfer window, it'd be kind of mental to turn that down. And that could tie in with the next story from Catalonia Radio. The SM Barca are set to unveil a statement signing before the end of the transfer window. The rumours are suggesting it could be Lautaro Martinez, Ben Yedder or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. If the deal is for Inter forward Lautaro, Barca midfielder Arturo Vidal could be heading the opposite direction. And because there's only 4 days left of the transfer window, they've got to get it done very quickly, and it could provide to a very entertaining final couple of days of the transfer window. And now we have got a rumour which kind of came out of nowhere, and it's to do with Steven Bergwijn and a potential move to Tottenham. So the Telegraph are saying Bergwijn will join Tottenham from PSV. With both Harry Kane injured and Christian Eriksen set to join Inter, Spurs are in the market for new playmakers as well as forwards. And Bergwijn kind of combines the two. He can play out wide, I believe can play centrally, and he can provide goals and assists. And Televertable do say Tottenham are looking to complete the transfer imminently, and he wasn't named in PSV's squad to face FC Twente yesterday. The reason for that is because he doesn't want to play, he wants to sort the transfer out, and PSV have confirmed the Tottenham approach for the player. There are some rumours going about that there is a second team interested in Bergwijn in the Premier League, and most are pointing towards Leicester City, but right now Tottenham are the favourites. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time will be a new transfer update. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.